Hey Canucks fans, we're only 46 games in, and already we have 4 players at 40 points or more. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, January the 13th. And whose idea was it to record these videos in a car in freezing weather? But that's okay. I'm in a good mood because the Vancouver Canucks have won back-to-back games. Now they have won 9 of their last 11. They have vaulted themselves from 5th place in the division to all the way up to 3rd. Only 1 point out of 1st. It's exciting. They're only 1 point behind Calgary with a game in hand. 2 points behind Arizona with 2 games in hand. So the Canucks are right there. Of course, right there behind them is also Vegas and Edmonton. So we know it's going to be a dogfight until the very end. But I'm in a good mood. Just last week, 4 days ago, we were worried because the Canucks got throttled 9-2 by Tampa. Then they got drubbed 5-2 by Florida, and it almost took away some of the good taste of that 7-game win streak. But the Canucks have won, like I said, the back-to-back games, 6-3 over Buffalo on Saturday, 4-1 over Minnesota yesterday, and once again they are doing very well. They've now won 9 of the last 11, and they're playing great. And I want to thank everyone that came on the live stream last night. We had a lot of fun doing that. It was I do that every Sunday, as you guys know, every Sunday night at 10 o'clock. So we had a good time talking Canucks, and we had a good time. We went for an hour. Actually, we went over an hour because not only my middle son, Jacob, but my older son, Sean, joined us as well. They joined us for the last 10 minutes, and that was a lot of fun. So we'll see if that becomes regular, Sean joining as well. So thank you to all you who stayed up. And it was pretty cool. People from overseas, well, not only across the province, but in the States, 3-hour time difference, but overseas. Someone was there watching from, I believe, from Sweden, and there were a couple other countries represented as well. So that was, I was very, Shanghai was very appreciative of that as well. I think Shanghai's a city, not a country, but you guys know what I mean. All right, so what I want to talk about today, oh, and by the way, a big shout out to a gentleman named Daniel Hammond was the one, he actually donated during my YouTube live stream. I enabled the super chat feature just for the heck of it, and he actually donated and gave me a few dollars. So thank you. You guys know I don't do this for the money, but every little bit helps. After all, I work for the church. Okay, thanks again, Daniel, and thanks to all of you for tuning in last week, every Sunday, 10 o'clock Pacific time. Really what I want to talk about today is the Canucks scoring, their firepower up front. And with last night's game, it was the 46th game, or yesterday afternoon's game, it was the 46th game of the season. And now the Canucks already have 4 players that have 40 points or more. You have Elias Pettersson with 48 points, JT Miller with 44 points, Brock Boeser with 43 points, and Horvat with 40 points. And that's really, really good. Last year, we only had 4 guys. Last year was only 3 guys for the entire season. And that was the big 3 last year of Pettersson, Boeser, and Horvat. Only 3 guys got 40 points for the entire season. The year before that, we actually had 5. It was the 2 Sedins in their final season. Then it was Boeser, it was Horvat, and it was Thomas Vanek. But then, go back further than that, it was only 3 guys with 40 points or more. And then you go back to 2011, 2012, very strong team, right in the second of the Pacific Division titles. Or not, was it the second of the... Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was the second of their Pacific Division titles. And we had 7 guys that eclipsed 40 points, both Sedins. And then you also had Edler, Burrows, Kessler, Bieksa, and I'm missing something, Chris Higgins, I think. So those 7 guys. But remember, that was the entire season. So last year, we only had 3 guys for the entire season get over 40 points. And this year, we have 4 guys, and it's only 46 games in. Tanner Pearson looks like a lock to break the 40-point mark. Quinn Hughes looks like a lock to break the 40-point mark. And then you have Jake Virtanen, who's got a good chance as well. So we may have up to 7 guys break it this year. And obviously, there are many reasons why the power play, despite how bad they looked yesterday, the power play is a big reason for that. The more power play goals you score intuitively, the more points you're going to rack up. And obviously, those 4 guys I mentioned, Horvat, Miller, Boeser, and Pettersson, all play on that first power play unit, along with Quinn Hughes, who's the 6th leading scorer behind Tanner Pearson after those 4. So that power play is a big reason. Even at even strength, the Canucks are scoring a lot. They're scoring way more than last year. And because those guys all played together, right? Pettersson, Boeser, and Miller all played together on the line. You often see all 3 of them tally on the same goal. So it's exciting. It brings you back to the days of 2011, 2012, 2010, 2011, when we were winning President's trophies and when we were scoring a lot of goals because of the Sedins and whoever's on their wing. And then because of a second line of Kessler and Burrows. And then you had push from the back from Edler and Bieksa at the time. Well, this year you have your top line of the Lotta line, then you have your second line of Horvat and Pearson, and then you're getting pushed from Quinn Hughes. So it's kind of similar. So it's exciting to see. Will things slow down in late January, early February, late February, as games kind of get a little more muddled, a little more tight checking, as teams really start to push for the playoffs, perhaps. But then you can also see where if the Canucks get healthier with Ferland and Sutter and ultimately Josh Levo, you could argue that the scoring might not increase, but it could stay the same as you get more depth and better players throughout the lineup. So obviously better skill with Pettersson's emergence, with Quinn Hughes first year, and the acquisition of JT Miller and Tanner Pearson now a full season with the Canucks. So that's a big reason. Their power play is a big reason. And overall team play, they're better in goal. They're even stronger this year than they were last year. They have more depth on D. They have more D jumping up. And they're simply, although sometimes they get caved in, you think in theory that they're not playing out in their own zone as much because they have better D, i.e. more chances to score. So for all those reasons, but really, you look at ultimately it comes down to the skill set, the skill of the players that we have, and in Pettersson, in Miller, in Boeser, in Horvat, in Hughes, in Pearson. There's a lot of skill there. So really good sign for the Canucks. 4 players at the 40-point mark already. Only 46 games in, not even, just barely past the halfway mark. And like I said, the Canucks are in 3rd place, only 1 point back of the 2 teams in front of them with games in hand. Big game in Winnipeg, the final game of their 5-game road trip in Winnipeg tomorrow. And then at home to host Arizona. That's going to be massive. And then on Saturday, the last game before the All-Star break, hosting San Jose as the Canucks celebrate Lunar New Year. So there we go, Canucks fans. I'd love to know your thoughts. Why do you think the Canucks are scoring so much more? Why do you think we have so many guys over the 40-point mark? Why are we getting more points? Is it because, like I said, power play, depth, and skill, or is there something I'm missing as well? Leave a comment below. I'd love to read, react, reply. I know I haven't been the best at replying to comments recently, but I've made a resolution to be better at that. I want to get more engagement going on these videos, so it's not just me talking to you listening, but me actually replying to whatever you have to say in response to what I have to say. So leave a comment below. I'd love to read, react, and reply. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Enjoy the day. Be safe. God bless. Go Canucks, go.